year's playoff, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on another team from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Gamecocks will kick it away first. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Hurricane offense makes its way onto the field to start this game. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that. And I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
Working that left side now. Still on his feet at the 45. Turning it on. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
And I tell you what, this offense, man, we got a small sample size. We only had one game where they were unbelievable last game, but another score early in this football game. This offense is looking like a force to be reckoned with.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So South Carolina's offense will get the ball for the first time. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. It wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Line getting set on second down. Off the RPO, complete. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. The give to the running back from the shotgun. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate.
He's going for the big play. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it...
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. The Gamecocks send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires to the big fella. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. They'll leave it with him. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Forced out of the pocket. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. He's got it. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. And the Canes will line it up on 1st and 10. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to him on the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This crowd knows when to bring it. Here's a heat. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Got it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. And the Hurricanes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Canes.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Quarterback on the keeper. There he goes. And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Catch in the middle. It's Pryor. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. And the Gamecocks are rolling down the field. Gonna look downfield again. Working that left side. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35. The Gamecocks come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. He'll go to the sneak.
David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get on.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so simple.
Breaks into the open. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Try to barge their way in. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Trying to slam in. And here's the tackle at the line of scrimmage, and that'll send us to the 2nd quarter. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Pushes for the goal line. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Had to settle for the field goal. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll start this drive with a pass. Quickly to the tight end. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Makes a catch at the 15. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up, they find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
He'll bring it out. It's Burr. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This is a huge drive for this offense, down 21-3 and needing to get back in the... Oh, he's got some space! And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
They'll run play action. Gets it out fast. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Gamecocks want to crank the tempo. Reads it, fires complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. They'll run the screen. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. Motion from the back. Snap to the back. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Derek.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look,
turning it on! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Now the play fake. Deep shot for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the 1st half.
They get to him as he throws. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
He's got an open man. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Sets up the screen. Oh, what a move to get room. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains and the screen pass is effective.
That's a great sign for this offense, man. Everything's been difficult so far, and you've dug yourself a huge hole. They're going to have to find some completions, find some energy, find some momentum somehow, because it's been a struggle out the gates.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Snagged out of the air. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The Gamecocks are flying down the field. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. A 1st and 10 for this offense. To the air on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. A hand to the running back. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you could tell they got in there so quick. The offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with them. Nice job getting the tackle for loss.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on third down. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on fourth down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Brewer. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Got it in the middle. It's Brewer. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. Using his feet to buy time. Finds his man. It's Browning. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far from there in Columbia.
The Canes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
And the Gamecocks are in the hurry-up. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
To the air on 2nd down. He's got it down the middle. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go.
There he goes. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Looking for the end zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And after the really good gain on 1st down, they'll try to finish it off on 2nd and goal. Touchdown Gamecocks! And here they come almost all the way back.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
He's going to be stopped short as they come up empty on the 2-point try. They were hoping to get this game to within a field goal, but the lead stays at 5. On the move from inside is 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and... Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Makes a catch on the left. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got it. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Lets it fly. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Big fella moving. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Miami! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Burr. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time, can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the 35. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. This time he's got his man. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Going downfield for the big play. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
And that's a really good play. That's a bomb. That's thrown way down the field. A lot of times for me to do well. Get a little bit handsy, get my hands, force a PI. Stayed calm, did a nice job staying the course. Got his hand on the football for the deflection.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him this time. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. The Hurricanes look to keep this drive humming. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on fourth down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to... Touchdown, Canes! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
35, South Carolina, 16.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Uncorks it. Complete to the left. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
The throw to the outside is complete. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Fires to the tight end. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. They went up top to pick up the last first down. Let's see what they have here. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, Dave?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Second down, he'll throw it. Grabs it in the middle. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen.
South Carolina, 16.
One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So we open the final period with a third down play. Shotgun snap on third down. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Converts on fourth down. Still going. Breaks into the open. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
Now, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the first down.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
And they get him, and they'll lose yardage on that completion.
By the receiver.
You know, this happens sometimes in football. You forget which direction you're going, and you got to be reminded. You were going the wrong direction. Come on, man. We got to catch that thing. We got to get north-south and go make a play.
Touchdown, Gamecocks! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And the extra point splits the uprights. And for hey, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UConn is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Huskies have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Boise State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23. And the Canes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, giving 1.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
He's got him. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get him to
Oh, he's got some space. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quick completion on the out. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. You saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Going to swing it on 2nd down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
They'll try to run for it. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. Makes the catch with defenders everywhere. And now the defense backed up with a 1st and goal from the 5. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. The Gamecocks trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, South Carolina! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby!
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Coming out with it, it's Hart. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Okay, Jesse, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the 1st down, but you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball security is at a premium.
And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
How about that play by this defense? The offense trying to salt the game away with the lead. defense makes the biggest play of the ball game, getting the pick, finding the end zone, and taking the lead late in this ball game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disappointing. By the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll go to the ground. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go right back to it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game. I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. This time he's got it. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Browning. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And he makes the catch inside the 25.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
And even though his team is trailing, this guy has stepped up time and time again for his offense. Already over 100 yards, and now comes up with a
touchdown Hurricane. And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
He'll bring it out. It's Bird. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll start this drive going to the air. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Under fire. Complete to the right. Out of bounds to stop the clock. Not enough for the first down, but he did pick up 9. He would love to have picked up the first down there, but saving the timeouts, saving the clock, much more important right now.
And that could save the game, because now I can work the middle of the field still. Now I can still take those shots deep. When I get without time...
He lobs one high down the left side. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. Time is their enemy. It's running out on them. Down 4, they'll go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Got enough for the first. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. To the air on 1st down. And down he goes. Not sure about putting your quarterback in harm's way there, but that's going to do it. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.